Okay, Ayo, I haven't seen any EFCC official yet. Maybe I've seen and they've been undercover. It's possible, and I did not recognize them. But anybody putting on the EFCC vest, I have not seen any such thing. Now, coming to the question of vote buying, the video I sent in earlier from Central School, also, after I had an interview with Madam Dimma Udi of the Situation Room, and she pointed out that there was transaction ongoing. I decided to go forward and see for myself what was happening. And what I saw clearly, which, part of the clip is rolling now, somebody takes the ballot paper, negotiates with the party agent. The party agent follows the person to the cubicle. The person votes after they've come to an arrangement, an agreement on the amount of money he or she is going to receive. In this case, it was a woman who was going to vote, and then the man followed her to the cubicle. And after she was done voting, typically what happens is the party agent now collects the ballot paper and goes to submit it for them. So when I started filming, because I saw it happen, and then I started filming with my phone. So I think some of the presiding officers, the comment members, they saw what was happening. They saw me capturing it, and then they got up and confronted him. And then, some other party agents followed suit, the gentleman on black. He kept shouting that, yes, I have the right to follow her. I have the right to follow her. But if you listen attentively to that video, there's a lot of ambient noise. You'd hear where he said, Ego ole, which is Igbo, which translates to how much. So it's more or less a negotiation. And it's happening in the open, right there. So that's the situation, I witnessed there at the Central School in Osun. Ayo.
Was there a security official there, Charles?
So there were a lot of people there. There was just one policeman seated far to the right, alone. In fact, he was looking so tired and dejected. He was just seated on his own. But I remember seeing another official putting on suits and carrying a walkie-talkie. So you can see he's putting on suits, the guy confronting the man on black. He seems he's another security official, but he was just having his walkie-talkie. So I can say there were just two security operatives in that area, in that big school. One uniformed man and this man who's on suit for the whole place, which, of course, the commissioner of police in charge of the election said that there's adequate security. They said they had over 50,000 personnel posted here, and you see one policeman just seated on his own, looking like he's tired, and you wonder what is happening. Ayo.
Well, I guess they will be asking the questions, from the security officials. Bukola has questions for you as well, Charles.
Yes, indeed, Charles. And this is also security related. I believe you've been to Ihiala. I'm wondering if O2, where you are, is also in Ihiala. You can establish that for us. But we had heard earlier that because of security concerns in that area, that those who are registered to vote can go to the local government secretariat to get accredited and vote. But the civil society or representatives that have spoken to us earlier say that they have seen deployment of INEC ad hoc staff and materials to those areas. So confirm to us that indeed those areas have ad hoc staff and materials, and voting is ongoing and there is security.
Okay, so I am not in Ihiala right now. Where I'm speaking to you from is Osumei in Nnewi South local government area. That's where I am. But it's all within the same Anambra South senatorial district, I believe. So Ihiala, I will visit Ihiala. It's part of my area of coverage. So I'm still moving, I've moved from Oka South to Ikulobia, to Agwata, to Nnewi North, to Nnewi South. And the next port of call is going to be Ihiala. So as of this moment, I cannot confirm or I cannot confirm whether or not anything is happening in Ihiala because I've not yet visited there. Okay.
All right, our correspondent Charles Operum there reporting from Nnewi and not Ihiala. In Nnewi, we've heard reports of vote buying in that area. We hope that the situation has been brought under control, from this point, because what we saw earlier was some form of disorder where party agents were arguing over vote buying.